What's up, team? This is Ruben from TGE. In today's video, I want to show you a better strategy than the ORB. The ORB strategy is a horrible strategy because by the time I believe the thesis is like once price action breaks above the first 15-minute candlestick, right, the all-time high and the all-time low of the first 15 minutes, then you are going to enter in a position and then try to see if price will go up higher. There's two big problems with that already. One, more than likely, problem number one is that you already missed the best entry. It's not the optimal entry. Okay. The reason for that is because you don't know if level that it's going to break is going to get rejected very soon because it may be a very key level, based on the option premium. Two, you don't know where price target is going to be at. Like it doesn't tell you anything about where to enter. It doesn't give you the best entry, and it doesn't tell you the best price targets. Okay, and so in this video, I'm going to show you how to figure it out. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example on Tesla. We traded Tesla today, and it was such a wonderful trade. We traded it twice, and we made bank off of it. AMD requesting, yeah. So we're making money off of Tesla. Tesla, we closed it around 40%, and then we had another trade at Tesla at 20%. So it was a pretty good day. Right? Pretty good day with Tesla. And I'm going to show you how we did that. Okay. So this is the tool that we use. It's called Gextron. And so Gextron, super simple. Like when we get here, we look at this first chart called gamma exposure, and all we want to figure out is like, where are the tall bars? It's that easy. Like a monkey could do this, right? Like you just say, where's whether they're negative bars or positive bars, where are the tall bars? Okay. And so let me make this smaller and I can show you here. Okay, so clearly 350, when we hover over it, says 350 is a tall bar. It's the tallest bar. So if price is going towards it, this is going to be the biggest level of resistance. Okay, just know that. Also 345, 340. These are smaller bars compared to everything else. 330. All of this is small bars. Maybe 325. 325 is kind of iffy. I consider it more 330 of a taller bar. Okay, so what do we do with this, right? Well, what we want to do is just mark it on our chart. I like to use TradingView, and I'm going to mark here 350. Okay, 350 is a key level. This is something, we mark these levels first thing when the market opens, at least the first 15 minutes. So I call it MR for max reward. Okay, what were some other ones? Let's take a look at some other ones here. 345 and 340. Okay, let's mark those levels because I know how we enter this trade. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so you guys can see me. Okay, 340 and 345. 345 must be a new one because I didn't see it there before. Earlier in the morning, this wasn't there before. Okay, so I like to label these as AOIs. They're areas of interest. Okay, these are areas of interest where it could be resistance. Okay, and so we just have to be aware of that. So when market opened, right, I believe this wasn't here at first. That wasn't there at first. This must be later, right? Because Gextron is updating throughout the day. So probably 345 ended up popping up, became an area of interest near the end of the day. But earlier in the morning, that wasn't the case. So here is what's happening, right? This was what we were seeing at first. We were seeing 350 max reward, 340 was an area of interest, and as long as price was staying above 340, that was a good area for us to go long. It was pretty easy, right? Okay, and you can see here, right? Price action is pretty much hovering around this 340 area, right? Now the orb would have said the first 15 minutes, right? Let's take a look at the orb. The orb would have said this and this. This is the orb right here. But your entry would have been right here, right? When you break above the orb, then you take it to the upside. The question is like, where's the stopping point? And is that really the optimal entry? We got in at the bottom right here. But if you got here, you would have gotten at least a 20% return instead of a 40% return. And this one actually even higher. We sold around this area right here. Probably by your entry, a little bit above your entry, we already sold. We sold into strength. right? So you were getting about a 20-25% return, maybe, while we sniped a 40% plus return. That's the difference between the orb strategy and using Gaxtron. Gaxtron makes it really simple. It's not about historical data. It's about knowing where the key levels, the major support and resistance levels are, and then we wait for price to get as close as possible, and we wait for volume to confirm the reaction that we're looking for, and then we take it to the upside or to the downside. Okay, so when we got into the trade for Tesla, we noticed this, and then we noticed this. I believe we got in around this area right here, around this time frame, because I noticed I let the TG members know, hey, okay, price right now looks to be active in this candlestick because you can see it right here, and it's bouncing near this 340 AOI. As long as price stays above 340, we can take it to the upside, and that's exactly what we did. We bought around here, and yes, price did go a little bit under, but it was still hovering, right? We're not thinking of it as a hard spot. We're thinking of it as just an area, right? By the time that when we got into here, our stop loss was the low of this high volume candlestick. Okay, and later in the day, as it held, finally around 11:15, right? The 11 a.m. 11:15, by 11:30, this ticker went up all the way to max reward, the tallest positive bar. And you notice how price could not get above it. Why is that? Because Gextron is telling you this is the tallest positive bar. When price is going to the tallest positive bar, it's the biggest resistance area. The orb would never be able to tell you that. It doesn't know. Okay? Option premiums though, Gextron reads the option premiums and then tells you just by showing you the simple chart. That's why we were able to go all the way to 350. Okay? We traded Tesla again. Okay? How do we trade Tesla again? We caught it to the upside for an additional 20%, 15-20% return on options. And we traded next week as well too. Okay? So how do we do it? Well, price was going back down, right? Now, while price is going back down, as price is going back down, we're also analyzing volume. Always analyze volume. Okay, volume will tell you want volume to support your trade direction. Okay, once we saw support happening around these two 15-minute candlesticks, and I saw a spike in volume, I said, great, let's take it for some upside. We got in around this area, and we took it all the way around this area. It did touch the 350 again, which we did not sell at the dot. Okay, but then it got rejected. It cannot. This whole 350 area is the tallest positive bar. Again, biggest resistance bar. The orb would have not been able to tell you that at all. The orb would have told you get around this level, and if we bounce, then you could take it to somewhere. You don't know where though. That's the problem. You're just kind of like guessing where it's a good profit taking zone. Is it a P&L thing? You don't know, right? What we're doing is extremely simple. All we're doing, I'm just going to delete all these lines. All we are doing is just trading key level to key level. That's it. From here to here. Okay? And if price goes up, price is very capable of going above this tall bar. Let's say 350 becomes support. Where's the next key level? We will go to Gextron and we say, oh, 355. Okay, so we mark 355 on our chart. Right? There it is. If price was to sustain above it, okay, if price was to sustain above it, then we take it to the next level, 355, and then to the next one, 360. It's that simple. Key level to key level. That's what Gextron tells you. It tells you exactly where are the key levels. And all you have to do as a trader is play key level to key level. Whether you're trading a weekly, whether you're trading next week, a month, 60 days, 90 days out, a leap year, it doesn't matter. That is how you trade with Gextron. And this is something that the orb would never be able to tell you. Okay, it wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. All right. So there's that. I do want to share one more thing with you guys, and it's called the expected move. Okay, this is a tool that we use that Gextron again provides to all our traders here inside TGE Max. It tells us what our targets are possible, what the security is possible to reach by a specific date at the current level. Okay, based on implied volatility, which again, the orb strategy would never be able to tell you because it doesn't know about volatility. It only knows realized volatility, which is past data. We're looking for forward-looking metrics, like to be able to forecast what the future price can be, not what was the past price. And so we do that with using this EM column. So as of right now, we at the spot price of 348, we have about a $15.80 move left. Okay, so from adding this number to the top and bottom of this number gives us what is remaining left of the week for Tesla. So it's possible for it to go all the way to what? Let's pull out the calculator here. Let's pull out the calculator. Okay. $348 plus $15.80. It can go all the way to $363.80, and let's mark that level as well too, because we like to know what is remaining left. What is it possible? Okay, so I'm going to say WEM. This just means weekly expected move because all these expire on Friday, right? That's what the W stands for. All right, now let's get the calculator again, and we're going to go subtract now. Minus 1580. And now we have 332.20. That's what's left. That's what's left in Tesla for the week. And what I'm going to do is I like to do this. What's remaining? I say plus or minus 1580. So I know that from the current price, we have about a $15.80 move to the upside and to the downside. So if I have a bullish thesis, okay, if I have a bullish thesis on Tesla as of right now till the end of the week, then I can get like 2-3 weeks out in expiration and aim for 363. That could be the ideal target where your runners can hit those, right? And throughout each key level, when price gets to each key level, you could start taking profit. It's just that simple, right? Again, something that the orb would not be able to tell you. Okay, so that's it. That's all I want to show you, and why using Gextron or any tool that uses forward-looking metric tools is a far superior tool than the orb strategy. The orb strategy, by the time you enter, it's not the optimal entry, right? It's not like catching it at the bottom of a key level, and also it doesn't tell you where price is capable of going. So now with using Gextron, it tells you the major key levels. So the closer you get to the key level, the better the entry. And two, it'll tell you where are your ideal price targets. That's it. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one.